Hey, what's good, my fellow masters? So, how did everyone do with their Shisho Fest lotto farming? I'm happy to report I was able to farm up enough dog tags for 325 lotto boxes or so, but man, a bit of a break from mass farming would be nice. Though having said that, naturally, we're heading into a hunting quest next. Not sure if anyone has any apples left for these hunting quests, but if you do, then here's a little overview of the upcoming quests. If this is your first hunting quest, basically these quests are a daily rotation of farming nodes that each provide Ascension materials and 4-star Ember cards specific to the enemy class. And for this hunting quest 9, there is even a chance for a 1 million QP drop item. Each day will have a node that features a particular material drop, usually with better drop rates than what you would find in regular free quests. You can access these hunting quests from the Chaldea Gate, and only require clearing Fuyuki to participate. There are 4 levels of difficulty to each hunting quest, similar to what you may have just experienced with the Land of Shadows lotto farming nodes. Going in order from easiest to the most difficult, the 30 AP Cause rank, the 35 AP Fest rank, the 40 AP Pride rank, and lastly the 40 AP Pride Plus rank, which typically has the best overall drop rates for the featured Ascension material. Most of the drop data from JP is from the Pride Plus ranks, so I'll mainly be focusing on those in this video. Each day will have a different hunting quest available, with the official details only released at the time it is unlocked. As you can see, all we have are the unlock times of each for the moment. But we'll just reference what was released on JP for their hunting quest 9, so that we can better prepare for what's to come. However, please keep in mind that certain things may be subject to change, like which materials are being featured on a particular quest. It's very possible that Lasengo could change these to materials from future Lost Spell chapters like Hyankyo or Avalon the Fae, since we got a pen skill so early. Day 1 is a Soulless hunt with all Berserker class enemies. The main featured material for this quest are Fool's Chains, with the possibility of Soundless Spells dropping as well. These are actually a secondary material drop found on every one of the Part 9 hunting quests. Please note that Soundless Spells are one of the 3 items that can be obtained with Lotto exchange tickets during the Christmas 2022 event. The Pride Plus node for this hunt has a 2-1-3 enemy layout, with a fairly beefy third wave having a 272k HP and 113 or 146k HP enemy in the lineup. Fool's Chains have a 243% chance to drop here, or 16.5 APD, and even the Soundless Spells can drop approximately 45% of the time. This is more or less the same drop rate for Soundless Spells on every of these Part 9 hunting quests, give or take a percentage. Also note that the 1 million QP drop was found to have a rate of 61.5% here. Day 2 is expected to be an Enforcement Night Hunt with all Saber class enemies. The Pride Plus node has a 2-1-1 enemy format with all fairly high HP pools, the largest being 381,000 HP on the final wave. Night Metals are the featured material for this one, having a drop rate of 118% or a 33.9 APD. QP drop rates were found to be about 50%. Day 3 should be a Valkyrie hunt, but this time with a mix of enemy classes and types. For every node, the enemies will be Lancers for waves 1 and 2, but on wave 3, the Valkyrie will be a Rider, with the Fest and Pride nodes having a secondary Rider enemy as well. The Pride Plus node this time around will have a 3-2-1 format. The lone Valkyrie on wave 3 will have 240k HP. Aurora Steel and Octuplet crystals are the featured materials for this Valkyrie hunt. Aurora Steel was found to have a 84.81% drop rate, or 47.2 APD, and the Octuplet crystals a 46.4 APD, or an 86.28% chance to drop. This node seemed to have a lower rate for QP drops at just 40%. On day 4, the expected hunt will be against Giant Mecha Boars. Fortunately, we're back to dealing with just one single class, this time all assassins. The Pride Plus node will have a 1-2-2 format with waves 2 and 3 having enemies with over 100k HP each. the highest being the Mecha Boar with 248,000 HP. Featured materials will be Reactor cores with a 68.42% drop rate, and Eternal Gears, which were found to have a drop rate of 107%. Of course, just having finished the Land of Shadows Lotto event, everyone should be fairly well stocked up on Eternal Gears. I suppose, depending on how badly you may need Reactor cores, this could easily be a day of rest from farming. And for this round, QP drops jump back up to 66.67%. The 5th day should be an all-caster class Demon Hunt. A 1-3-1 enemy format is what you'll find in the Pride Plus node, with the Wave 3 enemy having 345,000 HP. Foreign God Hearts and Spinal Fluid are the featured materials with a 42.68% and 135% drop rate respectively. Please keep in mind that Spinal Fluid is one of the materials in the Lotto Box Rewards lineup for the Christmas 2022 event. For QP, it was found to have a 60% drop rate here. On day 6, or rather the 6th quest, will be a Hydra hunt with all Archer class enemies. This one will last for a couple of days. The Pride Plus node will have a 1-1-2 enemy format for this final quest. For the featured materials, there is Divine Wine with an expected 41% drop rate, or 97.2 APD, and Horseshoes with a drop rate of 84.47%, or 47.4 APD. But it should be noted Horseshoes will be in the Lotto Rewards lineup for Christmas 2022. And no JP data on the QP drops for this one, but based on the others, I would guess it would be around the 50% mark, give or take. To help with future planning, here is a summary of upcoming new servants and the materials from these hunting quests they may need. While I would love to cover every servant, that would take far too much time. So please bear with that limitation of just the upcoming new servants for the rest of 2022. For Ashiadomon, he needs 27 Foreign God Hearts for his skills, and then 27 Divine Wine for all of his appends. Himiko will need 24 Reactor cores for all of her appends. For Van Gogh, she will need 10 Fool's Chains for her Ascension, 36 Aurora Steel for her skills, and 30 Fool's Chains for her appends. Saito Hajime can benefit a lot from these hunting quests. For his Ascension, he will need 36 Spinal Fluid and 4 Divine Wine. For his skills, 60 Soundless Bells. And for all of his appends, he will need 36 Octuplet Crystals, 36 Eternal Gears, 180 Spinal Fluid, and 24 Divine Wine. Ibuki will need 6 Divine Wine for her Ascension and 33 Divine Wine for all of her appends. Watanabe no Suna will need 60 Soundless Bells, all for his skills. Then for Santa Karna, he will need 108 Fool's Chains, all for his skills, and then 36 Reactor cores for his appends. Nobukatsu will need 4 Octuplet Crystals and 3 Reactor cores for his Ascension, 18 Octuplet Crystals for his skills, 45 Fool's Chains, and 15 Reactors for his appends. Ritra will need 33 Divine Wine, all for her appends. And then lastly, Nemo. For his Ascension, he will need 8 Eternal Gears and 15 Aurora Steel. For his skills, he will need 45 Eternal Gears and 45 Reactor cores. And all for his appends, 45 Horseshoes and 72 Aurora Steel. So if you were planning to roll for any of these servants, then you may want to double check your stock of materials to see if you need to take advantage of these hunting quests. Though in the case of Nobukatsu and Santa Karna being free, it would be good to have their materials on hand anyway. Now, normally I would say hunting quests are worth spending a modest amount of apples on, though of course it largely depends on how much one needs the materials, like for those aforementioned new servants I just highlighted. Hunting quests are fairly efficient, providing materials, embers, QP, and even the occasional magic and secret gem. Lottery events are still definitely the best all around, but I typically look forward to hunting quests for the variety of gold tier Ascension materials usually available within them. Having said that, given we just finished a Lotto event, many are probably nicely stocked up on a number of things with no more room, and running low on apples anyway, most likely. Even if you still have plenty of apples, I would say save them for the Christmas Lotto, since a few of the materials featured here can be obtained there. At any rate, if you do plan to farm these a significant amount, then I certainly hope you get really good drops. I will probably just stick to natural AP, but I haven't completely decided. If any of this was helpful in some way, or you just enjoyed it, please leave a like. And let me know in the comments how your lotto farming went and if you plan to touch any of these hunting quests. Many thanks for watching, and until the next one.